Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me for your extra ELA practice. Every single one of us are working on the big kid skill of retelling a story. What skill are we working on? Retelling a story. When we do that, we need to think about certain things as we read. We're going to think about characters, setting, and then we're going to think about what happened. So, what are we going to think about as we read? And yeah, and you got it. So, your very first thinking job is who are the characters? Keep that thinking job in your brain as I read to you today. This is one of my favorite books ever. It is called The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. I'll bring my laptop closer so you can see the whole story. Cool. Art class was over, but Vashati sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashati's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashati. I can't draw. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashati grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There! Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper towards Vashati and quietly said, Now sign it. Vashati thought for a moment. Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. Look at her face. Does she look happy to you? The next week, when Vashati walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. How do you think that made her feel? Yeah, maybe. Let's see if her attitude has changed at all. I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. What is she going to do? She just might. Let's see. Vashati painted and painted a red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashati kept experimenting, lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashati splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashati even made a dot by not painting a dot. Now look at her face. Do you think her attitude is changing? Kind of looks like she's proud of herself. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashati's many dots made quite a splash. That means they were a big deal. Vashati noticed a little boy gazing up at her. You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw, he said. I bet you can, said Vashati. Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. How is this little boy like Vashati in the beginning of the story? Mm, interesting ideas. I heard someone say that he thinks he can't draw. In the beginning of the story, Vashati thought that she couldn't draw. Let's see what happens. Vashati smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. Show me. The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashati stared at the boy's squiggle. And then she said, please, sign it. The end. Who were the characters in the story? Tell your turtle who the characters were. Did you tell your turtle that the characters were Vashati, her teacher, and the little boy at the end? I agree with you. Where was the setting? Where did the story take place? Blow your answer into your hand. Hold it up. Put it in an elevator going down. Ding! All the way down. When I say go, let me hear your answer. Where did the story take place? Go. You got it. It happened at school or at the art show. Nice job. Now, we're going to talk about what happened in the story. When we talk about what happened, we talk about what happened in the beginning. We say first. Then we talk about what happened in the middle of the story. We can say next. And then when we talk about what happens at the end of the story, we say last. So let's think about the beginning of the story. What happened first? Tell your turtle what happened first. A few more seconds to wrap up your ideas. I heard some really awesome ideas, friends. If you said, first, Vashati felt like she couldn't draw in art class, kiss your brain. I agree with you. What happened in the middle of the story? What happened next? Tell your turtle what happens in the middle. Next. Do you want to hear what I told my turtle? I said, next, Vashati tried drawing and she realized she could do it. Did you say something similar? Awesome. Let's talk about what happened at the end of the story. What happened last? Tell your turtle. Last. So friends, the last thing that happened in the story was that Vashati met a boy who said that he couldn't draw. She tried to help him by giving him paper and telling him to try. Did you say something similar? Awesome. So wait a second. When we retold the story, did we say every single thing that happened in the story? We only said the very important parts of what happened in the beginning, middle, and end. We're going to continue this really big kid skill of retelling what happens in a story. Great work today. I hope you liked my story. I'll see you later.